Please join Nabisco in our commitment to make life just a little sweeter for all the kids at the Children's Hospital. Hey, let me have one of those.
Josh, it's just great down here in our studios today. We're raising a lot of money, we're meeting lots of people, and we're having lots of fun, and we're asking people to phone in those pledges or to come on down if you'd like to. Some way get the money to us. You can see we're raising quite a lot. Look at that figure up there. But every time it gets above like 83, I'd say it's 90,000, wouldn't you? This is Mayor Ben Davis from Fountain Inn, and he's here to talk about the Hillcrest Hospital down there in Fountain Inn, where some of the money probably goes, and where they're doing good things for young people too, aren't they?
Carl, it certainly does go there, and they are doing good things. It's easy to talk about Hillcrest Hospital. They're a vital part of the Golden Strip community, and so much a part of the Greenville hospital system. You know, you do things like this out of love for children in general. I do it partly, too, in all honesty, because I have two children, two wonderful children, who have had good health, who have done fine over the years, and have grown into two fine young adults, a daughter, a junior at Furman, a son fixing to start Wake Forest. Because I feel so strongly about their good health, I want to do what I can to join all of you folks in helping others have that same kind of feeling.
Well, it makes you feel kind of humble, doesn't it, when you look around at your own kids and how fortunate you have been through the years, and you look at some of the poor unfortunate ones and the things they need, but the miracles that are happening at that hospital. And part of the reason the miracles happen is because of the work that's going on right here today, work that you people out there watching us today can take part in. We'd like you to call. You see the number. I don't have to remind you of that. We also have kind of an interesting thing going on over here. Thank you, Mayor Davis, for coming and spending a little time with us at Fountain Inn. We have some kids, and they have an Oreo, well, not eating contest, but an Oreo stacking contest. And I guess they're just waiting for me to give them the word to go on the mark, get set, stack those Oreos. We'll check back in the next hour and see how they're doing on the Oreos. Looks as if, well, they're off to a good start, aren't they? And from here, we're going to talk to Mayor Davis. Oh, Carol.
Okay. Take three.
Carl, I think they're eating the Oreos. They're supposed to stack them, right? We'll check back with them later and see how they're doing. Joining me now, the Dobson family came up from Seneca, and there's a reason you're here. Nancy, why don't you tell us?
Take two.
Okay, on behalf of Eckerd in the Greenville area, including Seneca, Clemson, and Anderson, we'd like to present a check for the Children's Miracle Network.
And that check is for $9,568. How about a nice big round of applause for the Eckards folks? Isn't that great? That is terrific. Now, you guys were good enough to fill in for somebody else. Tell us about that.
Okay, Sam Bader, another pharmacist here in Greenville. His daughter has been in the Children's Hospital here in Greenville, and Sam himself is now in the hospital. He has 2 broken bones.
Oh my gosh, you said he was doing a ceiling fan and he fell through the ceiling and broke his bones. That's incredible. But Sam, if you're watching, thanks so much for all the good work you do for the Children's Hospital. We really appreciate it. We know the kids do too. And the Dobson family, thanks so much for coming out today. We really appreciate that. 242-4444. If you're calling outside the Greenville area, 1-800-732-4801. Stan?
Take two. Red mic.
So I'll go for the opportunity to call in and to help with the cause. Now, what's the most important part of the Children's Hospital? Well, if you ask the Madison family of Simpsonville, they'll tell you that you've got to get there very quickly. It's being there close when you need it. And for Vicente, it was something a little more that made his stay at that hospital a little more bearable.
Take six. Good.
Red mic there, one.
Tell Stan he did a fine job. I don't think he had a script, but he did a fine job without it.
Accident.
Yes.
Emergency. Words that parents fear perhaps more than any other.
Second on
The
seven.
Madison family from Simpsonville remembers a frightening time for them when their son's bike accident made these words very real indeed and turned their whole world upside down.
I was riding my bike, and it was this other boy in front of me, and I turned the curve, and my front tire rubbed his back tire, and my handlebars twisted around, and I hit the car, and I fell, and I landed my right leg under my left leg, and it was bent, and Mama came out screaming, "Oh no!"
I was at work, and I was trying to hysterical when I found out what the emergency was. I immediately left the job, and guess it took me maybe 10 minutes to get home. I left there and rushed in immediately straight to the hospital. And I was just really hurt and I was upset that he was in so much pain.
No family knows when crisis may come, but young Vicente and his parents discovered a vital part of the Children's Hospital emergency care. That was standing by at Hillcrest Hospital, ready to provide the immediate response they needed.
From the time that we got there, they were very efficient. They were on him right then, and they took him on back and got him prepped.
They studied his x-rays to try to determine how they were going to tend to his leg. And when they decided what they had to do, then they called a bone specialist and they put him in traction.
Vicente's broken femur required almost 3 weeks stay in Hillcrest Hospital, a time made much more bearable by a special friend named Spinoza and the Children's Hospital staff, who understands the need to treat the whole child and that kids need more than medicine to get well.
It was not one moment that we didn't ask a question, that they had an answer for us, and they was constantly checking on him to find out if we needed anything for him, to make sure that he was comfortable. And they were real good.
A major expansion now underway at Hillcrest Hospital will continue to build on the benefits families already value in their community hospitals.
Hillcrest Hospital is right next door to where we live, so it would have took us longer to get his the emergency treatment that he needed if we had to go any farther. So by us being closer to Hillcrest, that was a blessing. Because it's a blessing to have him now. And riding his bike and playing his ball and just having the fun.
30 seconds away.
So we were well blessed.
If it wasn't for the Hillcrest Hospital being a part of that organization, I don't think we would be out here in the park playing and enjoying with him today, because he couldn't do the things a normal child would be able to do.
And Vicente can tell you in his own way that the Children's Hospital at Hillcrest Hospital is special for other reasons. For lots of little reasons.
Go.
That's a good-looking guy there on that picture, and if you didn't happen to notice, that's the same fellow who's right here. We're glad you're with us, and we want to talk a little bit about all the care and the special care that you get at the hospital. Debbie Gresham is here, and one of the nurses who helped out, and I guess people immediately think, well, if you want the real special care, you got to go to the big hospital. But you folks in Simpsonville are doing a great job with your facility.
Well, thank you. We do try to keep the community focused and allow an opportunity for the families to keep their children close by at home, and it does give them a chance to visit more often, and we're just real fortunate to be a part of the Children's Hospital.
We want to talk with the family here, and not only have you had one who's had some help from the hospital system, both of your kids, huh?
Yes, my daughter also has had heart surgery, and she's doing very good right now, thanks to the Children's Hospital and all the help they gave us and the donations that come from you all. It really means a lot when there's people out there that cares.
You know, hospitals can be pretty intimidating places, and so much of the money goes for making it a whole lot more civilized, and for little additions like this to try and help. Could you see how the kids took to that sort of thing?
They really enjoyed it, and Dr. Matthews, and when he diagnosed Tina's illness and shipped us, we had to leave immediately that night to go to Charleston, and we couldn't ask to be at a better place. Children's Hospital is marvelous.
And that, of course, is all what we're trying to do here, is to try and keep that sort of thing going and that sort of effort going. And Annette, you've got some people with some money there.
Oh, have I got a lot of people and a lot of things to do. This is the first year that Nabisco is a new corporate sponsor with us. Yay, Nabisco. And we've got something really exciting going on. All right.
Right. Yeah. Ready, take two.
Eli Jones with Nabisco is with us. We got Nabisco employees manning and womaning the telephones here. We got the Oreo cookie here. We just got so much going on, and I'll get to you in just a minute. First of all, we got a big contest we got to get started here.
That's right. We have the Oreo stacking contest. What we've been doing, and that is going around to the local retailers, Bilo and Ingles, and we have the final round of the Oreo stacking going on right now. Let's get that started.
All right. Ladies, gentlemen, start your cookies. Go! Start. Now, what's the point of this contest?
The point is to raise monies for the Children's Hospital. And we've been having a